Hi.
Hey.
Hold on, we're on a bit of an angle. There we go.
That's better.
Oh, don't fall out. Okay, we're good. Just wait a little second. A little minute.
Yeah, make sure everyone who wants to join in is online.
Do you want me to
Very
go?
Important.
I'm kidding.
Hi, and welcome to our deck.
This is our new door.
Yeah. Afternoon, guys. Today we're going to be doing a little stretch sesh. It's definitely something I need to work on more, and probably along with most people. And definitely feeling a little bit tight around the legs today, so we'll be sort of focusing on the lower half of our body. Then towards the end of the session, we'll be stretching out our pecs and our lats and stuff. So yeah, we're gonna just.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Sorry, hi.
Elisa's here now too. And yeah, give it a minute and then we'll get started.
Cool. Where are you feeling the sorest?
My quads,
Why?
because I went mountain biking for 2 hours.
I think a lot of athletes have been doing a little bit of unfamiliar activity lately.
Yeah, definitely. I think, yeah, everyone's sort of experimenting with different exercises and stuff at the moment. It's not just athletes, I think a lot of people are. So judging from the queue at all the outside local bike shops. So yeah, I think everyone's definitely exercising more of recently or
Which
of
is
late.
great to see, which is why stretching is so important.
Yeah.
Shall we?
So we're gonna start the stretching little
Oh,
routine.
there's we've got a cheat sheet here, so we don't forget much. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You
Or
can
we
see
can
it.
add to
Don't
it.
look though, it's a cheat sheet. We can add or subtract. Where we're starting.
Alright, so we're just going to start with a few back rolls just to get our back sort of limbered up and moving. So just side to side, do a few little back cracks as well if you want to. Just going to, ooh, crack.
I'm not sure if anybody tuned into our core workout last night, but I'm really sore in my abs. Are you sore?
No, I'm not sore at all in my
I'm
ab.
sore.
My ab is fine.
Your ab. One
singular
ab.
Oh,
Bit of a crack.
roll your leg over, crack your back, get it moving. Ooh,
Yeah.
my shoulder cracked. That was weird.
Alright, so start with, guys, just going to do just a simple hamstring stretch. If you have a towel or you're lucky enough to have a nice elastic band like we are, you just...
Or just a set of hands.
Or just hands, you can also do with hands or string, rope or whatever. So you just go around your back. This is my favourite stretch. I sometimes get caught in the morning stretching before training, but I just stretch my hammies because it's easy to do when you're half asleep.
You just kick back and sort of, you can just do it, be a little bit dynamic with it and do a couple of little bounces. Maybe do 20 little bounces each side. Guess that'll be about 20 seconds.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's cool. This is definitely my favourite stretch out of all of them. Alright, swap sides. Oh shit, this leg. Oh. This leg's so much tighter than the other one. Just having that little bounce just helps the stretch a little bit. Don't bounce too much though. You don't want to like tear your hammy. You just want nice gentle bounces. And then from this position, we're going to just get our arms out like this, and we're going to throw the leg over. You should feel a stretch in the top of your glute here, and also in your hammy and behind your knee. So just have a count of about 20 seconds for this one, and just hold it. Don't force it if you can't get your foot to the floor, which I can't, so.
Or just push the person's foot down. No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
no, I don't want to snap my hip. Alright, now swap legs. And drop over. Ooh, I think this one down the ground, that's kind of not good. If you feel like a deep stretch sort of in your glute through this area of your leg, that's great. Excuse my very pasty calves or thighs.
Rang a life.
Running a life.
Jordan and I have shares in banana boats. Our kids are screwed.
Alrighty. So,
Yeah.
we'll stick the leg out to the side like this. You can also do it with a towel.
Or just your hands.
Or just your hands once again.
Or just gravity.
Yeah.
We're working on our dancing.
You should be feeling a stretch for your abductors, sort of into your groin area. Don't force this one, just let it just go as far as you can. Stretch out the other side.
You need to relax through your neck.
I can't, it hurts.
Don't do what Jordan's doing, you need to relax. There we go. You can put a pillow under your head if you want.
Oh, that's okay.
Or a foam roller. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Foam roller.
Comfort plus. Alright. Now we can remove the bands or towels or whatever.
Don't remove your hands. I don't recommend.
And we're going to just do a little stretch through here again. I'm sure everyone knows this one. You just try and push your knees down a bit. Maybe a surprise, I'm also not good at this one. Sort of a common feature for most of my stretching. Just do 2 lots of 20 seconds for this one. You don't want to push it too much. Just relax for a bit.
Oh, you're really hurting.
Yeah, I'm tight. And then
I think we did a stretch session last week and we spoke about how I think recovery and stretching is so undervalued. Everyone always talks about it and always says they're going to do it, but I think actually sitting down and smashing out half an hour of it is so beneficial. And in fact, it's probably better to even just take the elbow off and have a bit of a stretch sometimes, because your body can't just keep smashing it 7 days a week.
yeah, definitely, it's definitely something I can improve on. So from now here we're going to go on to a hip flexor stretch. Very important. You should be feeling it through like the top of your hip, sort of into your quad as well. If you want to make it a bit harder, you can just stick your arm up in the air.
Same arm as the leg that's down.
Yes.
We're on opposite sides. My bad. I'm not following instructions. That's not unusual.
We can do 2 on each side, I reckon.
Yeah. It's
Both
also
sides.
the sign of a good husband who's ignoring me.
Alright, you'll swap sides again. Just try and reach up that little bit higher with your arm. Just get that little bit more of a stretch, a little bit longer through your quad.
It's like to point out, when gyms got closed and everyone was really stressed, we were also stressed. So we went to Kmart and panic bought. And we panic bought these mats from Kmart, and they're the skinniest things you've ever bought in your life. They're like $20 each.
Yeah,
and my kneecap feels like it's gonna fall off.
So it's kind of, I think it's a yoga thing.
I recommend
you
a
need
squishy
spin
mat.
for yoga.
Ow. Moral of the story is don't panic buy.
Yeah. Turns out they're pretty handy though.
They are.
Nice. Alright, so we're going to go do a hip flexor stretch now. Just I don't even know.
Wasn't that just hip flexor?
No, it's glute. Glute. It's definitely glute. So we're just going to chuck one leg out like this. Come down and just slowly put more pressure on that glute. This is a great stretch. This is another one of my favourites. Easy to do in the morning before training. limited thinking involved. You just sit there.
Pretzel stretch as well.
Oh, the pretzel stretch. Yeah, we could add that in.
You can rock back and forth as well as you do this one. If it's hurting, rock back in and out of it.
Swap legs. Go twice on each side again. Hip flex is very important for kayaking because
This is a glute.
Is it glute?
I feel like it's getting my glute.
Oh yeah, no, sorry. I keep saying hip flexor, I mean glute. Sorry everyone. Yeah, this is very important for kayaking because you spend so much time sitting down and rotating on a seat, so the glutes get pretty tight.
Some people reckon we sit in recliner chairs for a living, but they're actually hard carbon seats, and I don't think your bum is made to sit on a hard carbon seat for hours on end, so obviously something's got to give. Ooh.
Alright, swap sides again. Most people will find one side's tighter than the other for this one.
Rocking back and forth, in and out of it.
Alright, swap legs again.
Nice and graceful.
I'm like a gazelle. Why are you laughing?
I'm
Don't
laughing,
laugh.
sorry.
I am. Alright.
If anyone wants to see a gazelle, Google Jordan Wood kayak and look at the Google images and you'll find some cracking facials. Not a gazelle, I can promise you. Continue.
Alright, so we're going to do the pretzel stretch now. Another classic kayaking stretch.
Just grab your back leg like this,
Like that. Yeah.
and you just really try and get this shoulder sort of flat on the ground.
So you should feel it through, like the leg that you're holding onto, you might feel it a little bit through your quad and your hip flexor. And then you'll also feel it coming through here. It's a good way to kind of work on your rotation.
And swap.
You'll definitely have one better side to the other.
I'm getting a lot of back cracks. Alright. Now we're going to get into the standing position to
Yes.
stretch our quads. Also very, very
So
important.
you'll just be able to see
Yeah, you can just see conveniently you can see my quads. Alright, so just everyone knows.
I feel like this is standard schoolyard.
Yeah, everyone knows this from school. So you just grab said foot. I'm really bad at this.
If the next stretch is this, I swear to God.
That's a very important stretch. It stretches something.
I'm gonna hold on to you. These are our legs, everybody. Oh gosh.
Yeah, if you have you can't see, but Elisa's holding onto my shoulder.
And then you bend. No.
Alright, swap legs. Just try and tuck your bum under just a little bit more and really get that stretch through the front of your leg. Really inflexible in there. Alright. Have you got another recommendation, Elise?
Yes, so we're gonna. Aren't you following my cheat sheet?
No, I've been making up in spot.
Okay, so chuck your leg in like this. I don't know if you can see me. Yeah, there we go. And we're just gonna reach up and around first. So, children, listen. Use your listening ears. I'm kidding. So we're gonna reach up and around like this first. So you're gonna stretch just the side of your side of your back.
Is that what I was doing?
No, you're going like this because that's next. Just for a little while, and then you're gonna rotate around, and that'll bring it more into your hamstring. So you go from the side of your back more into your hamstring. Let's do that one more time. So go back over the top of your head, sort of be more here, and then into your back. Into your hamstring. So swap sides. So go up over your head.
I feel like I'm doing, it's like a freestyle, like.
And reach towards your toes. One more time, up over your head. And reach towards your toes. Nice.
Alrighty, so now we're going to sort of keep stretching out our lower backs, which is quite important for us. So we're just going to jump down on our knees like this and reach across. This is good. It stretches sort of right up from in your lap down to your hip. And we're just going to do about 10 or 15 seconds and we'll just walk our hands across the other side.
Then you do rotations.
And walk back again. I'm a lot tighter on this side. And switch across.
You're about to hear our dog cry. 3, 2, 1. There he is.
Alright, so we're going to do...
Reach throughs.
Yeah, we're going to do the reach throughs. This exercise has been in our little 30-minute workout a couple of times, so you just reach through and then reach up. Reach through. Just do 10 on each side. Reach up. Should be feeling this in the back of your shoulder. Reach up. How many are there?
2 more. I think.
Sounds good.
Swap sides.
Really try and stretch out at the top of the rotation. I think I'm definitely getting better at this one.
Finish this roll at the end. That was 10.
Perfect. What are we on to now, Liz?
We're just going to stretch our forearms.
Oh,
I have a big one for forearms. Our forearms blow up massively in the kayak. I like to just lean over. You can kind of do this however way you want.
yeah. As long I like to do it sitting down like this. Some people like to do it kneeling. It's sort of personal preference, really,
Yeah.
on how flexible you are.
You can kind of go forward as well if you want with your hands. Kind of depends. I mean, probably the general population don't have as tight forearms as us, but
No.
anyway, here we are. One day we'll get rid of calluses as well. We've got calluses all over our hands from holding the paddles, so that's all a bit of fun as well. Alright.
Alright, let's do this little...
Nearly whacked me out.
Also, I'll sit more like this.
I feel like we're really in yoga lattes.
Oh, and then stretch with your neck. Be gentle with this. Quite a nervy stretch.
And now you just hum. Hum. if you've got a roller or something, just for the last 5 minutes, we'll just show you a bit of rolling out that we do. So if you've got a roller, or even like, I don't know,
rolled up towel.
rolled up towels, double balls even, 2 tennis balls taped together. Or you can get like, I think a lot of people have those massage trigger things at home. What else? I don't recommend a wine bottle, might be a bit hard, but you know, I'm happy to be proven wrong. You could put a towel around a wine bottle, there you go. That would work. You could do that. I'd like to see it.
I would like to see it.
We're going to work upper body down to lower body, and we'll just do like a quick run through, a little check-in. So if you obviously don't have a roller, you can just listen to us talking crap, or you can kind of roll out on the floor. I'm not sure. Okay, so
this is my rolling routine in the mornings. I get to training.
I sit down and I go like this.
And then I grab my neck.
Yeah.
And I crack my neck, and then and I sit here for a few minutes.
Don't listen to what he's saying. Okay, so we're going to start with our upper back. So just do like 5 or so rolls. Lift your bum up to put a little bit more pressure through the inside of your shoulders. So just like that, just 5 times or so. And now come onto your side. Onto your side, you're going to work kind of in through here. And obviously, the more, you know what, I'm going to talk you through you doing it. You can hurt yourself. Okay, so basically, the more pressure you put on, the harder it's going to be. So the more you lift your hips and have your weight kind of down into the roller. So roll through just small rolls. Yeah, through underneath here. And then if you find a trigger point or somewhere that's hard, just take a couple of breaths and kind of keep breathing through it. Don't kind of kill yourself over it.
And if you find a trigger point, you can also just sit on that spot for a little bit until it eases off. Then just roll and move.
And then you can also rotate your body around. So if you, no, not like that.
Oh, okay.
So if you bring your shoulder forward or a little bit back, you'll kind of work through different parts in your shoulders. So just find kind of whatever works for you. Obviously, it depends what sport you do. Obviously, the different kind of shoulder muscles.
We always get tight through our lats and stuff.
Yeah, so if you come further down your back, kind of into this side section here, so you'll have to roll a little bit further onto your back for that. And again, roll a bit further up. So roll just back and forth. Just getting into that side oblique section, which, I mean, we worked the side abs last night, so, you know. All right. So just jump onto the other shoulder. So start up under your armpit. So you can see from looking at the back, obviously, you can see he's really working through that section there. And you find a spot and you can stop on it.
Ooh, tender.
And then if you work again right through down the bottom of your back. So kind of, you're looking at kind of this muscle here. It's kind of the bulge at the side of your spine, I guess. All right, then once you've done that, you're going to come through into your glutes. So you're going to stay on your side. Oh, sorry, you're going to sit on it like this with one leg up while he gets there. You got this, Jordan.
I do it differently.
There you go. Okay, and so now, from that section, so with your knee like this, you can roll back and forth to get different sections in your kind of side glutes, side bum, main bum, whatever you want to call it.
Gluteus maximus.
Gluteus, you know, if you want to be technical, you can be technical, it's fine. I'm not technical. Call it what it is, you know. So you can roll back and forth through there. Again, if you find a trigger point, you can stop on it. Doesn't need to look pretty. Whatever's within your comfort zone. So swap to the other side. The roller Jordan's got is a little bit more forgiving.
It's very soft.
You can grab the other roller.
I think it's definitely...
But obviously, the softer it is, obviously, the easier it is on you, which is sometimes a good thing.
Yeah. I definitely think a soft roll is nice for this one.
Yeah. So now just staying on your bum there, you're going to come through the back of your hammies. And so this will hurt more for some people and less for others.
Probably particularly runners, this would...
Yeah, runners this would probably kill. Kayakers, maybe not so much, but that's okay. Mountain bike wannabes. You know, he might be hurting a little bit right now. Who knows? Thoughts, queries, concerns?
No.
No. It's because he's a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah. So swap to the other hamstring now.
I think I'm still suffering from our 7K run last week.
Last week we went for a 7K trail run, which is unheard of for us, but we took our dog, and he could be on the side of erring on unfit, and the poor guy who's a beagle, he was absolutely cooked by the end of it, as were we. I'm really just recovered. So now you're going to come through onto the side of your leg.
Oh, no.
This hurts. And
This,
so obviously,
this is like the runners always, they're sitting there always like this.
yeah, and so you can work up kind of in your hip up here if you're a little bit sore up there, a little bit tighter, but you can also roll right down the side of your leg. So you can get right down the side. We do this really slowly.
Yeah, don't put too much pressure on your leg. It's not nice.
And obviously some people, I guess, struggle to do this a little bit because it's kind of like holding a plank. Jordan's struggling. I'm kidding. And so if you roll over onto the other side.
Fantastic.
So this is just a quick rundown of rolling, obviously. We've stretched, but real quick check-in. Sometimes I prefer rolling over stretching, to be honest. It might be a little bit more interactive and kind of get into the sore spots a little bit more, but both obviously have their place. Just back and forth.
This side is so much better.
Yeah, so obviously one side's worse than the other, and might want to check in on that.
Yeah, I might need to do
I'm
another
no
rep on this
professional,
one.
but
That's not good.
here I am handing out all the banter and I'm sitting here doing nothing. That's okay. And then we'll just finish off once
I'm done.
we're going to finish off just on your calves. Super easy one. You can add more pressure to your calf by putting your foot on top of it. You can roll just like that. That's not hard enough. I'll get it out of the way. Yeah, you can put your foot on like that. You don't have to have your bum off the ground, kind of whatever's comfortable. There's no rules.
Nice.
And there we go. That's a super, super quick rundown of kind of the rolling out we do after training or in front of the TV or whatever it is. So make sure you kind of bring that into your lounge room. Go to Kmart, grab a roller. I actually saw Kmart has rollers there still.
Definitely invest in a band as well.
Yeah.
If you're going to invest in a roller, invest in a band.
You heard it first here.
Yeah, 100%. This band has been with me for years.
Oh, you're blessed. It's a love story. Anyway, well, thank you for joining us. That's our Tuesday afternoon. Oh, our physio just joined. Worms, you just missed out on a nice stretch session.
Hey Worms, how long have I had my red band for?
No, like we said, stretching's so important and keeping on top of your recovery is so important. So we're still kind of keeping on top of those little 1%ers even while we're kind of not in full-on training at the moment. So thanks for joining. I'm sure we'll be with you again at some time soon, but I know there's some pretty epic athletes giving some train like a pro sessions right throughout this week, every day this week. So go on onto the Facebook page, and I think there's a schedule there so you can tune in live.
Fantastic. Thanks for this afternoon, everyone.
Dinner time. See you later.
Cheers.